Well, she could just come on the set because it's a party here every single day and every minute.
You never know who's going to drop by the U.S. Open Now set. We are a hot commodity. And
come on.
Dickie V is always a hot commodity.
We're having a great time.
What's going on?
Well, what's going on is just talking a little tennis. This was on at ESPN, and we talked about certainly Coco, and we talked about Nick the Quick, and we talked certainly about coming up Roger and Serena. And I just love tennis. I've been a tennis fanatic all my life.
And you play, right? Your whole family plays.
My family, well, you know, I got 2 grandsons right now. Our twins are being heavily recruited. They're juniors, highly rated nationally in junior tennis. And I got their sister is really highly rated. She's only an 8th grader, but she's top 10 in the country in her age group. And I got another granddaughter who just committed to Notre Dame for tennis.
Wow.
And academics, Cindy Sforzo. So, yeah, tennis. My daughters went to Notre Dame on tennis scholarship, saved me a lot of money. So I followed tennis, really. No, that's not true in a way, because I always used to tease Nick Bollettieri. I'd say, Nick, my daughters went down there. They got a scholarship to Notre Dame. But it cost me $100,000 a year for tennis lessons.
Exactly.
Well, of course, it's an expensive sport.
I've definitely heard that ring before from my parents, I believe. They said, you saved me some money with college, but before that, it was a little expensive.
What have you noticed, Dickie, with those kids, with the grandkids being in junior tennis? It's really competitive. You mentioned how expensive it is, but the level is so high, even in the juniors.
Yeah, it really is. The competition, you know, there's good and bad about it. There's certainly a lot of positives if they handle it the right way. Unfortunately, I think many situations it's not handled the right way. They want to be defined, many of them, by their tennis ability and their tennis success. And we tell our families, to tell my daughters who went to Notre Dame, you're defined by the person you are. You're total person, not about tennis. You win a tennis match, it's great. And you lose, it's still great that you competed. Bottom line is, don't be eaten alive by being defined by your ability. I think too many athletes deal with that. They deal with that. So anyway, you know, we saw Coco last night, young kid, 15 years old. There's no question she's heading for greatness. And I think the one thing that impressed me the most about Coco, I mean, we watch her athleticism is off the charts. I told her coach, I spoke to her coach yesterday, Patterson, I have not seen a tennis player in all the years I watched it who goes north, south, east, west athletically like she does.
Great point.
She covers the court coverage is off the charts. I said, now, though, the toughest thing for her is going to be dealing when adversity sets in. When you lose, how do you handle it? When the stars are not there, the lights are not shining, people are not telling you how great you are. You know, people writing today, you're hearing comments, is she overrated? Overrated. She lost to the #1 player in the world. I mean, come on. Give me a break. I think because of her support team, she's going to make it and make it big.
And I want to ask you the flip side of that, because we saw such a wonderful moment after that match last night, and your thoughts on just the professionalism, sportsmanship that Naomi Osaka displayed in inviting Coco to be part of that post-match interview.
She was a champion on the court and a champion off the court, and we need more of that in sports. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to exist a great deal in a lot of sports, but it was great to see and to enjoy that magical moment. I was sitting fairly close there, and I really enjoyed it. In fact, my wife started tearing up.
We were tearing up this morning playing the highlights.
Beautiful situation. You know, people have to understand, these are young kids. I mean, even though, you know, we look at Naomi, she's not no 35-year-old player. She's a young woman, too. And Coco, I was walking out. My wife stopped me from saying something. I heard some people talking as we're walking to go to our hotel. Said, oh, man, she's overrated. She's not, meaning Coco. And I want to say, are you serious? It's a 15-year-old girl playing with millions watching, pressure like you can't believe. Some people just don't get it because they never competed. I will tell you this, what really disappointed me last night, though, was Kyrgios. And I'm going to tell you why. And I blame the ATP. They've enabled him to continue to do what he does. Finding him money is meaningless. Cash is nothing because he's going to make bundles of cash. You got to find him where it hurts most. You know, son, we're going to try to help you because you need help. He needs help. You cannot compete the way he does. You know, somebody brought up John McEnroe. They said, well, McEnroe was really temperamental, but I know John McEnroe. The one thing about John McEnroe, Never, ever could anybody ever say that he didn't compete. He
Yeah.
didn't play hard,
Yeah.
and he didn't play with passion.
But what's the solution then, Dickie?
Yeah.
I mean, does he get suspended for 6 months so you take the game away so he misses it,
I-
so he loves it more, and then
I-
he wants to compete?
I think you help him big time if you set him on the sideline and you say, until you get your act together, not great for our sport, not great for kids to see, not great with those antics. He wants to rely. He's at a lethal serve. It's almost like he says, we're going to go 7-6, I'm going to go to tiebreak, I'm going to beat you in a tiebreaker. Well, last night he lost 2 tiebreakers.
Yes, he did.
And I think they're enabling him rather than helping him. And I think it's got to get to a point. This kid is so talented. His hands, he made some plays last night at the net, the touch, the feel, his explosiveness, his lethal serve. I mean, this kid should be a top 5 in the world automatically if he just played with some passion and pride. But he gets away with what he's doing. He's making loads of cash.
Yes, he is.
And somebody's going to look him in the eye and say, you know what they're going to say to him? You know, Nick, tennis is bigger than you. It'll be bigger than you when you're gone. It's going to be bigger than you while you're here. You got to understand, we want to help you. We want to help you because you got ability, and you're wasting it. He's not living. I think the one key in coaching, I think all of you would agree, I often say to define a great coach is someone who gets the most out of an athlete, and an athlete who can look in the mirror when it's all said and done, whether they win or lose. I do a lot of motivational speaking, and when I talk about people who are successes, you got to look in the mirror, get your head up high, not drop your head because you're not happy what you see, and you got to say, did I give every ounce of energy in pursuit of my goal or dream? If I did that, I'm a winner. I don't care what the scoreboard. Coco gave everything last night.
And you know what? Your point on Nick is so well made, and what he needs, what Kyrgios needs, is a Dickie V
He
motivational
does.
speech.
Well,
I mean,
Seriously,
that might
because
be,
you know
yeah,
what?
that might
He
be a
doesn't
reason.
have a coach.
Yeah, I was going to
So
say, he
he
doesn't
needs
have
you,
a
baby.
Another thing,
coach.
it's sad when he say he doesn't need a coach. Somebody told me they watched him warm up yesterday. He took 2 serves in a warm up out of the court and walked off the court. I mean, you know, those antics, I think they get laughs, they get people, I don't know. It's unreal. Hey, I need help from you guys.
Yeah, let's
I
see.
need
What's
help.
up, Dickie
Come
V?
on.
I have
We'll try.
I have a gala every year that raises money for kids battling cancer. I was just on ESPN there. Every year we bring in about 60, 70 celebrities, and so far we've raised $29.5 million,
Wow.
which is not enough, because if it was enough, last week, Saturday, I spoke at a funeral service for a youngster. It was a memorial service. Clayton, 3 years old, lost his life to cancer. It's brutal watching his mom, Jamie, and dad, Matthew, going through a scenario where you're putting your child to rest. We need your help. People, if you want to help me, just go to DickVitaleOnline.com. All the money goes through the V Foundation. I have a book out, my latest book, my Mount Rushmores of college basketball. Every dollar, not 60%, 70%, every dollar that I would make from the book goes to pediatric cancer.
Awesome.
My goal this year is $5 million. So please help us, because you may save someone you love. There's nothing worse than watching a mom and dad.
Yeah.
And I've spoken at several funerals, putting your child to rest, man. That's not losing a tennis match. That's losing a life of someone you love. So please help us through the V Foundation. Go to DickVitaleOnline.com.
Well, you let us know if there's anything more that we can do to help you
Beautiful.
here. I know you're here for a wonderful day of tennis. How many U.S. Opens have you been to? Are you counting?
I can't
Have you
remember.
lost?
But you know what's really tough? I have
that?
11 in my family. Trying to get 11 tickets. See, we had
There you go. There's you with
Oh,
Serena. Come on.
the greatest of all time.
man.
She is unreal. But let
Some
me say,
NetGen kids.
yeah, we're just having a lot of fun there. But let me say this. I had 11 tickets, and we didn't know Coco was playing last night against. We had the day session.
Okay.
And my grandkids grabbing, Papa, we gotta see the night
What have
match.
you
We gotta
done?"
stay here. I got on the phone. I sold myself big time, making some appearances to get me 11 tickets. And I got them, baby. I got the
Did you
11.
do it?
You got it?
Amazing.
That's because you're Dickie
You
V.
got 11 tickets last night
Yay.
on last minute. That's amazing.
Well, thank you. I got to go make some appearances right now. I'm going to go up to the Mercedes people. I'm going to go up to the people at the.
To pay for those tickets.
Yeah, you got to pay
Are
for
you
those
gonna
tickets.
maybe wash some dishes? I don't know. Are
I'll
you-
do anything. For my grandkids, I want to be granddad of the year.
Wow. And it's
I think you
interesting
already
too,
are. I
because,
think you
yeah,
already
those
secured
tickets.
that title.
But your grandkids will be inspired by a story. The generations need someone to be inspired by, and Coco Gauff is doing that right now, especially for young kids
Absolutely.
in America.
See, I really feel she's inspiring so many, whether it be tennis players or any kind of player or any kind of pianist, violinist, dancer. I can hear moms and dads, when they watch her play and read about her, say to their children, you see that 15-year-old girl, what she's achieved? I mean, you don't get to the level she's at without sweating, perspiring. Saying goes, and I believe in it so much, a genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. The more you perspire, the more of a genius you become. You know, they say all-American, ordinary person with extraordinary desire to excel. And that's what she has. And I can hear moms and dads saying to their little kids, hey, look what she's done. You could do the same.
Wow.
My mother and father were uneducated, 5th grade. And I lost my eye as a kid. And I thought it was the end of the world. And my mom and dad, God bless them, up in heaven. And I said this when I got inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame and the Broadcasting Hall of Fame. I told the audiences then, I said, I owe it all to my mom and dad. My mother and father, without an education, but had a doctorate of love, taught my brother, sister, and I, you're in America. Don't ever believe in can't. You could be what you want to be. It's up to you. And then the other thing they taught me, which I think is so important in life, she used to always say it was never Dick, it was Richie. Richie, be good to people, and people will be good to you. Will you believe this? I can't run, I can't jump, I can't shoot, I got a body by Linguini, and I am right now, I can't believe this.
And you're Dickie V.
No, I'm in 14 Hall of Fame.
Well, exactly.
14
No,
Hall
that's
of
what we
Fame.
need.
And I can't run, jump,
We're
and
all
shoot.
sitting here in
But you
awe
got the
of
voice
you
of
being
gold.
here with us.
Hey, great being on with
Yeah,
you people.
thank you so
Seriously,
much.
thank
I mean,
you.
who needs coffee?
I wish I had
Dickie
your
V.
energy.
Hey.
No,
so
we
young.
appreciate you.
Dickie V, I have a question. We've
What?
got a lot of fans sitting at home watching U.S. Open now. It's day 7. Can you give us a little pump up? Give everybody a pump up. What a pump up speech? What would you say?
Well, come on. If you can't get excited seeing Roger Federer, I can't wait. I'm like a groupie. I was like a groupie when I ran into Serena. I mean, Serena Williams and Roger Federer going back to back. I'm going to be sitting there cheering, man, and you should be cheering watching it. It's phenomenal because it's going to be super, scintillating, sensational, just like these three. I mean, I said I got energy. I'll tell you what, though. I'm 80 years old, and I'll match my energy with any 25-year-old.
Yeah! 14 Hall of
Dickie,
Fame.
thank
That's what
you
I'm talking
so
about.
much.
I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. I mean, 8
I
hours?
needed
Let's
that.
go like
I
16.
needed that.
I'm
Just
just
started
kidding.
the
Let's
day.
not go 16.
Thank you so much, Dickie
Thank
V.
you, Dickie V.
Thank you, guys.
Dick
Thank you so much.
DickVitaleOnline.com. Thank you for all of that. Really appreciated. He's going to go watch some tennis.
Yeah.